Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on our opportunity Zoom for X39. This is going to be the subject matter that we're going to be talking about tonight. And my name is Verdita Monk. I'll be your host for tonight and presenter. I'm very, very excited about what you're going to be hearing about because it is definitely life-changing. My husband and I are really excited about what it's done for our lives and all the people around us. And hopefully I can project that information and share that information so that you will catch the vision that we all have for you. And so last but not least, I want you to ask you to please take notes, get some pen and paper because the information we're going to cover is going to be very, very important. And just want to make sure you capture and be able to go back and review. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to get into a presentation and kind of share along my journey along as we go along through this presentation. And hopefully you will, catch the vision once again. Again, my name is Verdita Monk. I'm so excited to share with you about this technology. And it's called the X39. This is the star of the show. You see it on the shoulders of these beautiful ladies right here. Why are these women wearing this patch? It's because for years, you guys, decades, doctors and scientists have been trying to come up with a natural way to elevate and reactivate dormant stem cells that are in our bodies. You see, they were recommending patients who had no other recourse for whatever traumatic condition, health condition they had no other recourse than to get stem cell injections. At least that was the thought pattern of their physician. The problem with that is very expensive. The average injection for stem cell injections is about $1,500 up to $25,000. That doesn't sound very affordable for the average person. But in addition to that, let's say you got this injection, you spent all this money, and not only do you have a bone on bone with your knee, you also have a heart condition. You also have a rotator cuff issue. That injection is only going to help the area that you injected, not all those other issues. In other words, it's localized. It's only going to work on the local area where it is injected. And again, I just told you how expensive it is, and insurance does not cover it. And so these are some of the reasons that it's not an option for the average person. And this is why scientists have been doing all this research to try to come up with a better solution. Well, we have the solution, and that's what you're here to learn about. So I want you to listen to a very, very short, like 2-minute video. It's going to share some information, and I'll come back.
In a world searching for answers, one discovery is changing everything. A patch, no bigger than a quarter, built not to treat symptoms, but to wake up the healer inside you. This is X39, a wearable, light-activated patch. Designed by David Schmidt, an inventor with over 200 patents. His mission? To reverse aging naturally. This isn't science fiction. It's stem cell activation without injections, without pills. Your body repairing itself. The results? Life-changing energy, recovery, sleep, relief. And the medical world? It's taking notice. Still skeptical? Visit thisisitinfo.com. You'll find the studies, the patents, the proof. It's all there. But there's more. This tiny patch isn't just transforming lives, it's creating freedom. Because behind it is a business model built for the bold. Real people, real results. Income that scales with impact. And here's why. Because this breakthrough technology is patented and exclusive, it offers a lucrative business plan that allows you to compound your efforts. More people than ever are struggling in today's economy. You can no longer rely on your own sweat equity alone to make a living. This business model allows you to duplicate yourself and, even better, to benefit from other people's efforts. So your income no longer depends solely on you. By duplicating yourself over and over, the income potential is far greater than a conventional job, career, or profession. And you're never alone. The This Is It system gives you the tools, the path, the team. All you have to do is start. The question is no longer if it works, it's whether you'll act or let this moment pass. Will you keep waiting or finally feel your body come alive again? Will you stay financially stuck or build something that lasts? Isn't it time to start living life on your own terms? The This Is It action plan will set you on a path to live out the dreams you have for your family. Get back with the person who shared this video so you can experience the age-reversing health and the exciting lifestyle that thousands are already enjoying. This is the technology, this is the team, and this is your moment. This is it.
Now, you heard some very important information in that video, and I hope you enjoyed it. One of the things you heard about was this gentleman right here by the name of David Schmidt. I mean, this gentleman is so brilliant. You heard that he has over 200 patents. And just skip over a little bit to focus on the fact that back in 2008, he started focusing his attention on stem cell research. That's very significant. He was very, very serious about coming up with a solution that all those doctors I keep mentioning, doctors and scientists, tried to come up with a solution to reactivate our dormant stem cells in a natural way. And he was able to accomplish that, but it took about 10 years, you guys. That's how difficult it was, and $4.5 million. And because of all this research, he conducted this research using case studies, over 80 case studies, which allowed him to patent this because he was able to prove that what he had done was effective. And so it tells you right here in the patent that this is a wearable phototherapy apparatus that produces beneficial effects to a human body, such as activation of stem cells, improvement in strength, improvement in stamina, pain relief via a non-transdermal container. You see, this patent came out in 2020, which means we have about 14 more years of exclusivity. No one can duplicate this. Do you realize how significant that is? It screams opportunity, but it shows you, it also means that we are special, that we have access to this, and you'll understand it a little bit more as we go along. Now, why are we talking about this? Why do we need this patch? You see, as we get older, our stem cells go dormant. By the time we're 30, 50% of them go dormant, and by the time we're 60, 90% of them go dormant. In other words, we don't have the mechanisms in our bodies when we get to be those ages that was designed to allow our bodies to heal themselves. And this is why we start experiencing different things that are associated with aging. So, okay, if I can get my screen to move. Okay, so how does this work? This is a proprietary form of phototherapy. Phototherapy is equivalent to like when you go out into the sun and the sun elevates the vitamin D in your body. But there is no vitamin D being deposited in your body. It's already there. The sun elevates it. And what happens in our case, this is a proprietary form of phototherapy, that what happens when you put this patch on, you can literally put it anywhere on your body. But when you put it on, there is already light and heat in your body. So the phototherapy takes place when the patch hits your body, your skin, it elevates the copper. The light and heat of your body is going to reflect off of the crystals. You can see they're so tiny you can't even see them. But just the crystals, the light and heat of your body is going to reflect off those crystals, which are going to reflect back into your body, elevating the copper peptides, which in turn reactivating those dormant stem cells. You guys, this is a phenomenon that's called photobiomodulation. It's miraculous. It's unheard of, but it is heard of now because we have access to it. Once again, there's nanocrystal technology inside of these patches, but there are no drugs, no chemicals or stimulants. They're going to reflect off the light of our body, as I explained, to activate. They're non-transdermal. Nothing is penetrating into your body. Nothing is going to harm your body. It's non-invasive. And I want to be careful to make this disclaimer to help you understand. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The only thing these patches are doing is rebooting your body to let it do what it's supposed to do anyway. There are many, many, many benefits, too numerous to mention on this screen, but let me just give you an idea. You're going to, according to the case studies, the people, and you're going to experience these as well, increased strength. You know, as we get older, we're just not as strong as we used to be. Reduced inflammation. Inflammation is the culprit of most diseases. Increased stamina, increased energy and vitality, mental clarity. That is a huge one as we get older. Restored muscle and skeletal conditions, improve sleep. That's the part I wanted to stop right there because I wanted to share my story, how me and my husband were introduced to this because we didn't think, you know how you think you're healthy and you don't need this. A lot of people would tell you, oh, I don't need it. I'm pretty healthy. But you have to understand, it says earlier that if you're 30, half of your stem cells go dormant. That means things are going to begin to happen in your body that you may not even know about. And then by the time you're 60, 90%. So in our case, we didn't think we needed the patch, but my husband had a chronic sleeping disorder. He used to choke and snore all night. I literally thought he was going to die in his sleep the way he was choking. And he snored so loud that it was unbearable for me to sleep, literally for over 10 years. It was a very uncomfortable situation. That night, the first night we wore the patch, both of us got such a deep sleep. And the next morning we woke up, we noticed how well we slept. But what I noticed was that he did not snore. Now, that was amazing in itself. And then the next night, the same thing happened. And then it dawned on us, this patch is what is causing the snoring to go away. It's been 3.5 years, you guys. He has not snored since. Can you believe that? I mean, that is not something that like somebody's about to die or in pain or nothing. You don't think about that, but the patch does so many incredible things. And as we keep going through this presentation, I'll be revealing some other things that it does. Improve skin appearance. People with conditions that, you know, they can't control with their skin are going away with this patch. So once again, we're not making any medical claims. We're just letting you know the things that you're going to or might experience. Now, I want to talk about what happened with this 77-year-old woman when they placed the X39 on the back of her neck. They did a brain scan. And then the first session, when they looked at her brain, there was a lot of inflammation. It was this orange-red area reflects inflammation in her brain. And then there was a lack of brain coherence. 3 weeks later, there was no more inflammation and improved brain coherence. 3 more weeks later, so a total of 6 weeks, there was a complete turnaround with her brain. And so she went in there with a hyperactive brain, you guys, and it calmed down in 6 weeks total. That is amazing. So when you wear this patch, according to the case studies, what happens immediately? 4,000 genes in your body begin to reset just within a matter of days. And, you know, once again, some people say, I don't feel anything. Well, you don't have to feel anything doesn't mean it's not working, because when your hair grows, it's growing. And when I go to the hair salon, almost every single time within 2 weeks, she has to cut my hair. It grows so fast. You don't even feel it growing. Your nails are growing. Same thing. You don't feel them growing, but they are growing. Same thing with other things that's happening in your body. So just know that within a few days, these genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced. I just illustrated that on the previous page when the lady's brain was hyperactive. But in addition to a hyperactive brain, people that have PTSD, people that are that have autism. What about people that have dementia, all those conditions are reflection of someone's brain being unbalanced, and you don't know what you can do about it, right? We're telling you right now what to do. I want you to write those names down of people that you care about that have any of those types of conditions and even more. Within 3 months, the collagen increases. Do you realize how significant collagen is? It keeps your skin plumped up. It keeps your bones strong, your joints strong. It holds your body together. And you know, collagen is one of the most visited subjects on Amazon and all these all these sites online. Everybody wants the collagen because it makes you look and feel younger. And then within 6 months of wearing this patch, the heart reverses in age. Now, according to the case studies, every 6 months that you wear this patch, your heart is going to reverse by 8 months. I know people that have taken something called a vascular age test, where they test the age of your heart. And one lady I know in particular who doesn't even live far from me, I think at the time 2 years ago, she was 73. And she'd been wearing the patch for about 2 years. They measured the age of her heart and came up with 35 years old. One of our team members who's 62, his cardiologist, he has to go to the cardiologist, even though he's completely feeling better since wearing the patch. He still goes to the cardiologist because he was such a basket case. To make it a long story short, he had, stroke, all those different things. He also has a pacemaker. But after 6 weeks of wearing the patch, they said his heart was no longer relying on the pacemaker. But after 2 years of wearing this patch, they said his heart is operating like a 19-year-old. I mean, these are the kinds of things that that's what I mean when I say the heart reverses in age. But you guys, it's not just your heart. If something is wrong in your body, the patch is going to detect that and go to your liver or your kidney and reverse the tissues, the stem cells that are in that area to make it act younger, to make it perform at an earlier age. Okay. Now, how do you wear this patch? You're going to wear it very simply. I wear mine on the back of my neck, right on my C7 vertebrae, just like they did in half of the case studies. They took half of the people and put it behind their neck and some below the belly button. And you're going to wear it 12 hours, but you can really wear it anywhere. I'm just letting you know that's where they did in the case studies. You want to wear it 12 hours so that your body gets a chance to elevate those copper peptides, reactivate those dormant stem cells, and your body's going to feel all regenerated. But then when you take it off 12 hours later, your body's going to get a chance to rest, repair, and rejuvenate. That's the way it works. But listen, it's so important. This is one of the key parts, is that you must be hydrated in order for the patch to work effectively and efficiently. You want to use a drink of water that is electrolytes in it or some quality water. Treat yourself to some quality water so that you can get the best experience. Now, the testimonies, you guys, are just incredible. What I'm going to do right now, I collected testimonies from about 6 people, and they have different things that are going on in their bodies. I want you to listen very carefully, and I'll point out some things later, but I'm going to stop my my presentation right now and play the recording that I took of these people.
Hi, I'm Kelly, and because of menopause, I used to have 3 intense hot flashes an hour. Now, I only have maybe 3 light ones a day. I used to have really intense night sweats. Now I wake up dry, full of energy, alertness, clarity, and full of vigor. I love my wearable technology.
Ms. Gwen, I suffered from chronic sciatic nerve damage for 48 years. No relief. No matter what medication I took, I still was in chronic pain, back pain. After being introduced to this patch over 18 months ago, they put it on my back, and within 5 minutes, my pain left, and I have been pain-free and excited about life ever since.
Hi, my name is Jeffrey. Diabetes, congestive heart failure, stroke. I suffered all these issues in a matter of just over 14 years. The doctors prescribed a congestive heart failure to me, and I had a pacemaker defibrillator. They told me I wouldn't walk. They told me I couldn't talk again. I was able to learn this all over again. But fast forward, after wearing this patch, the diabetes is at a normal A1C level of 6.9. The congestive heart failure is now gone. The stroke, I no longer have the paralysis that I had before with the use of the left side of my body. I'm so excited. This patch absolutely works.
Hi, I'm Wendell, and I suffer from a condition called atrial fibrillation. And that condition causes me to have 3 major strokes. And the doctors, all of them told me I would live with that for the rest of my life. That wasn't a good quality of life at all. But you know something, with this new technology, when I tried it, it began to work. And within 6 months, it had corrected my life. What I mean is this: my PCP and my cardiologist say they see no evidence of my AFib anymore. I can speak better, I can talk, and I was in the scooter after those strokes. Now I can walk better. You know, I'm doing things that I wasn't able to do. So now I have a better quality of life. Please do me a favor. Go tell everyone about it. Tell your family, your friends, everybody, because guess what? You deserve it, and we deserve a better quality of life. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lauren. 2 surgeries, constant pain, hypothyroidism, and always exhausted. That was me as a college softball athlete. I began wearing this incredible patch. Now my hip and shoulder pain are gone, my energy's through the roof, and I don't even need naps anymore.
Hi, my name is Janice. I have a son with autism. He's 27. Before wearing this incredible patch, he was not cooperative at home. He won't do any task. He's not focused. A lot of obsessive compulsive behavior, hours of obsessive compulsiveness. And after wearing the patch for 1 year, my son is able to focus better. Medications are working well. He is able to do tasks. He's mopping floors, doing dishes, doing laundry. And most of all, he is now calling me on the phone if he needs me. This patch works, especially with autism. Thank you.
Wow, I hope you enjoyed that video because it reflects that this patch applies to people of all ages, all kinds of backgrounds, all kinds of conditions that those were people that you heard there were really dealing with chronic situations. Just knowing that people around you are dealing with these types of things and there's something that can help them. If you looked at each one of those, like for example, Lauren, who at the time when she was experiencing those problems was like 22 years old, every 6 months, she said she was getting a piece. I forget what they call it, the injection she was getting, but they cost $20,000 and her insurance did not cover them. You take a person like Kelly, who had been having hot flashes every hour on the hour for all day long for 15 years due to a surgery that she had put her in menopause, to be able to, and every doctor, nobody she went to could ever stop this. Do you understand how much of a discomfort? You heard Jeffrey dealing with a pacemaker, heart condition. They said he couldn't walk again, but guess what? He's doing all of those things. He's doing incredible, no longer relying on that pacemaker. And Wendell, 3 strokes? He walks, you guys. He does not walk with a cane. He doesn't walk with a scooter. Most people that have strokes never really recover. And so, you guys, it is amazing what this patch is doing for people. And so I just want you to, once again, think about people that you know and care about. I told you there are skin conditions that are being restored. This gentleman for 1 year wore this patch and look at his skin. There is no cure for vitiligo, but X39 is very special. And look at this lady, how much younger she looks in 3 years. She looks like an entirely different person, looks 20 years younger. Look at the neck area. Look at the area around her chin, all of these things. And you know, ladies, we like to look nice, don't we? So listen, you can get more information about the technology that I'm referring to called the X39 on this site called thisisatinfo.com. And so we can answer any other questions that you have when you get back with the person that invited you to this call. Excuse me. But I want to ask you, what's important in your life? When you think of family time, you know, not only do you think of just being able to spend time with your family, you also, and in my case, I want to be around. I want to be healthy for a very long time so that when I am around my family, I'm able to enjoy their presence and they're able to enjoy my presence. There's no price that is priceless. Security, you know, we don't even know what's going to happen in the future with our financial security. All of us, we don't know what's going to happen with Social Security. We don't know what's going to happen with our jobs because of AI. But you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you have no recourse when money is stripped from your you know, your bank account, or when you have no access to money coming in. So you have to think ahead nowadays, you guys. Being able to travel, I think travel is important to almost all of us, just being able to enjoy God's green earth. We just got back from a trip to Honolulu, which is awarded to people who accumulate a certain amounts of points, because our company rewards us. Whenever we share this with people, they reward us with points, and you can get to qualify for some unbelievable places. Like we took the Greek Isles cruise to Santorini, Mykonos, and all those fabulous islands. So as the list goes on, you guys, better health and debt, this patch can allow you to experience everything you want, everything you want. And so we encourage you to really think strongly about what we're sharing with you. So, you know, opportunity happens by creating solutions, and the problem that we're really some of the problems that we're talking about, such as your stem cells being dormant, which is causing our bodies is allowing our bodies to experience illnesses that could have been avoided. And we have solved that problem with the stem cell reactivation. I hope you see that. The stem cell reactivation patch is solving the problem that exists when we as we age. And so many people are struggling financially. I guarantee if you talk to 10 people and start talking about things that they need to do financially, I guarantee you at least 6 or 7 of them have a issue with finances. And so we are offering you a way to not only reactivate your dormant stem cells and get those people around you healthy as well as yourself, but also to take advantage of an income generating opportunity. What I want you to know is you have the opportunity right here, and I'm going to explain it, to partner with a company that we put right up there is with the opportunity. Like if you thought about Microsoft or Apple, would you have invested in those companies 40, 50 years ago, whenever? I have no idea what year, but I do know that people that took advantage of the stock and invested in those stocks became multimillionaires. Would you have taken advantage of that? We feel that this is your Microsoft moment. Let me tell you why. Because see, number one, we're literally over 20 years old in over 75 countries. But see, for a long time, doctors were aware of some of the technology. Remember, I said David Schmidt, this is a 20-year-old company, so David Schmidt has over 200 patents. And with what they had their hands on, they were able to generate about 20 million a year. But see, the X39 came out in 2020. So once it got to penetrating the market, all of a sudden, look at that. The company skyrocketed up to 320 million. And it's also a result of the fact that our team, which is called the This Is It team, the fastest growing team in the company, led by Steve and Gina Merritt, shot the company up to 320. And then the next year, 430 million, 600 million in 2024. This year, we should hit $1 billion, you guys. And you have an opportunity to participate in that growth. In other words, this is your currency. This is your stock. I just want you to capture what is going on here. Now, another thing, another accolade. I just told you, our company is the fastest growing network marketing company. We fall into the category of network marketing. Basically, all that means is you're sharing a product or service with other people, but you're also benefiting from the efforts of others. It is a legitimate business, that industry that creates more millionaires than any other industry in the marketplace. So we are number one in momentum for the last 3 years with this company. Now, we also back in 2025 received the 2025 Biotech Breakthrough Award, which is given to companies over thousands of nominations were nominated for this award, and it was in the category of Stem Cell Innovation of the Year, you guys. That is amazing. At all those thousands of nominations, we got the award. That's another accolade that you have to understand and put your business hat on to understand where do you stand. And so LifeWave and our team called the This Is It team has a system that allows you to duplicate your efforts. In other words, you don't have to put in the same amount of hours you do when you go to a 9-to-5 job. Nothing wrong with a 9-to-5 job, but does your 9-to-5 job provide something called residual income? And neither does a franchise offer you residual income, but we have something better than all of that, and we can start it with a credit card. So needless to say, we're really excited that we have 9 ways that we get paid. So let me ask you this question. As you're sitting here and you're hearing all these great things about this product, if you're curious at all about trying a 30-day supply, you want to definitely get back to the person that invited you to the call and let them know you want to try. But let me tell you your options. You could either pay full price for a 30-day supply. That's going to cost you $149. It's going to come in this beautiful packaging. See, this is 30 patches inside of what we call a sleeve. And then that is another packaging overlapping that. It makes it a beautiful presentation. So for a 30-day supply, you're going to pay $150. And then the person, if you understand what I said earlier about 6 months of wearing the patch, your heart reverses in age. You want to give your body time to reactivate those dormant stem cells. It's not going to happen in 30 days. Why do it if you're not going to go all the way? So if you understand that, you want to consider being a preferred customer, that means you're going to pay the wholesale price, $99.95, just like I'm paying a wholesale price. And everybody who invited you to this call is paying a wholesale price, and you can do the same. In addition to that, when you get your package every month, the company's going to give you 10 free patches of some of the other patches that we have. So that's a benefit as well. Now, the person, if you're looking at this as a business opportunity, these numbers that you see, $50 for the one sleeve or $20 per month for every month this person is using, that's the income that you are receiving if you are the business partner who referred that person to the patches and to this call. But I also want you to know something really exciting. This really highlights the concept of working as a team, and that's our binary plan. Say, for example, if this is you, let's say you go out and tell your mom, your brother, your cousin, and your aunt. Let's just say those are 4 people that you told about this, and they're on this call right now. And let's say they decided to partner with you and get a package that I'm going to explain to you. In other words, they want to earn money just like you. They don't want to be a customer. The only way you can get into this binary is to become a business partner. And that only means this, that you're going to buy a package of these. I'll explain once again what that is. But as your mom shares it with her friends, let's say your mom has 50 friends, especially if it's your mom, she knows a lot of people that are aging. And once they hear this presentation, they decide they want to get some patches. They all fall into this binary under your mom and even your brother. And guess what? You, your mom, your brother, all of them get paid on all those 50 people. In other words, every single person that gets a package falls in the binary. They'll be on your left side or your right side. Anyone that falls within your team is going to fall on your left or your right. The volume is going to roll up and everybody is going to benefit. So what did I just describe to you? Something called timing and positioning. The sooner you position yourself, the more opportunity you have to override all the volume that's going to be generated. That is a phenomenon, you guys. And so really exciting bonus there. We also have something called a business launch bonus, which rewards you for getting started right away. What's exciting, what the concept really rewards you when you're excited, that's when you want to get off this phone and call your mom and say, Mom, I just heard about something that's going to help you with your heart condition. You got to hear about it. Okay. Or something like that. Get them back on the phone with the person that's your senior partner, and get together and help your mom understand the benefit of this. This is how you take advantage of the energy that you have and come out the gates running. That business launch bonus can put up to extra $450 just because you hit something called a 2-star manager. So that's just $450 that extra that you're going to make. Just remember, we get paid 9 different ways. We also have something called a mentor matching bonus, where the company rewards you for building leaders, 1-star directors and above. And as you build these leaders, you get a percentage of whatever they earn in this bonus. And you can earn up to $20,000 on every level for every single person. Every single person that becomes a 1-star director or above, you get a match, you guys, up to $20,000 per person. That's very, very exciting. And so when you compare the characteristics of a conventional business, nothing wrong with a conventional business. I have a traditional business, interior design business, but guess what? Because I'm in this company right here, I have been able to kind of put that business on pause because of the benefits I've received from Lifeway. Look at this. With your conventional business, there's a high startup cost. You got to pay all kinds of expenses just to get your resources to do your business. There's a high risk because you don't even know if it's going to work. There's lots of stress involved. I mean, your calendar is, at least with my interior design business, I can't even hardly keep up. That's another reason, as much as I love interior design, that's another reason I wanted to put it on pause, because I'm enjoying the lifestyle that sharing this with other people offers me. Learning curve, you got to learn your business, and then there's limited income potential. Now, whereas with our company, Lifeways, this concept allows you to start with a credit card. There's no risk because there is a 30-day money-back guarantee with your package. Stress-free, no stress, nothing is forced for you to force anything upon you. And then make your own schedule, because we have a proven system that we're going to go and make sure that you follow this system and duplicate yourself so that you can take advantage of unlimited income potential. Like I said, the residual income just keeps coming, you guys. If you follow what we share with you and stick with it, you will experience that residual income. Now, I'm about to share with you these packages that I keep referring to. This form right here can be emailed to you, text to you, or either you can go to the link of the website, the person that invited you to. But this form just happens to show you what you can, what packages are available. Let me describe them to you. The first package that you can purchase to become a business partner or a brand partner is called the Core. That's going to give you 3 of these sleeves for $295. That allows you, your spouse, to have a 30-day supply, and then another 30-day supply where you can share this with some friends. That's a very minimal cost, to be honest with you, considering what you're getting for your money. And then the advanced pack will allow you to get more sleeves and save some money. In other words, you're going to get $600 worth of these sleeves, and it's going to save you $65 instead of $600. You're going to pay $535. That's going to give you more people that you can share with. And if you're looking at this as a business, that is the name of the game. Share it with more people. Like when you get off the phone, and if you purchase a package, take maybe 3 of these out, and send 3 or drop off 3 to your mom. Let her try for 3 days. Same thing with your cousin, different people like that. So you have more inventory to share with. And then the advanced package just means you're getting another savings, 11 sleeves for $975. And then the best package, I consider the best package, called the premium, will allow you to get 20 sleeves for $1,750. In other words, you're getting $2,000 worth of inventory for $1,750. Now, the reason my husband and I got that package is because we always want to save money. You're paying $87.50. I always look at it long term. And we knew that we were going to stay on the patches, so why not go ahead and get the top package? But more importantly, we had written down a list of people that we know. We know a lot of people. We want to make sure everybody, as many as people as possible, had an opportunity to try these patches out. And guess what? We were able to earn our $17.50 back the first week. Why? Because these people wore these patches immediately and called us back and said, how can I get some? Several of them asked, what package did you get? And we told them why they decided to get the package. That's why we got our money back within a week, literally. And another reason is another benefit of having this package is that when you are wanting to earn money, you must stay active. Staying active simply means you're using the patches. So it's obvious that you're going to get one sleeve at least per month, because that's the package that's what you're going to use to consume for your own benefit, right? But from a business standpoint, you're only going to be paid access to being paid 4 different ways. But with the 2-sleeve subscription, not only is it going to be enough for you and your spouse, but it's also going to allow not only you to keep your points, but have access to all 9 ways of pay. You see, we wanted to get paid always, every way that the company offered. But in addition to that, it waived our our monthly supply. See, for example, if we wanted to get paid all 9 different ways, we were going to have to do 2 sleeves every month. And this sleeve package, the premium, waived that requirement for 90 days. And so that saved us $600 right up front, the fact that we got the premium pack. So you can see there's many more benefits, and I promise you, you're going to get rid of those sleeves. Trust me. Now, we did have a promotion that ended actually yesterday, and that was doubling. But let me just explain this. We do get paid $35 whenever someone wants the core package, $75 for the advance. The advance plus we earn $165, and with the premium we earn $405. But the company is constantly, matter of fact, it's some more promotions going on right now that I do not have the information in front of me, but the company is always offering promotions so that we can make more money. And then once again, our system that you have access to is called thisisitteam.com. That's the website. It shows you everything that's required for you to be successful. And then thisisitinfo.com shows all the information you need, the patent, the doctor's reviews, the case studies, all of that information is, and more information about the patches is on thisisitinfo.com. So you guys, listen, if you're serious about your dreams and goals, here's the time to make your move. I'm so excited that my husband and I made the decision to join Lifeway because, number one, you have no idea the feeling that you're going to get when you have helped someone that had a chronic illness and they say, oh my God, you mean to tell me that went away? Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. It makes you feel good. But also, it has allowed us to do things in our lives that we would promise you we would not have been able to do financially if it had not been for this opportunity. And we want to offer that to you as well. Please get back with the person that invited you to the call. Don't go anywhere except for thisisitinfo.com to search on this product. Go back to the person that invited you to the call and tell them you're ready. I have some questions. If you have questions, get the senior partner like myself on the phone with you so that they can get your questions answered. That's the only thing you need to do. And let us either get you some patches or let us get you involved as a business partner. I am so excited for your future. Again, my name is Verdita Monk and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for your time. We'll see you all at the very, very top. Have a good evening. Oh, by the way, we do have another presentation coming up in about 2 hours at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time. So get back on this same line and invite guests to that as well. Good evening.